This design here says remember in the language of the Time Lords, circular Gallifreyan, and I'm going to be using this grid to explain how it says what it says. And you read the script starting at the bottom, and then you go counterclockwise, like a time traveler going back in time. So that's why we start here at the bottom of our word circle, and we're going counterclockwise. And the first thing we hit is this shallow divot. And that shallow divot is because the letter R is a shallow divot letter stem, and those letter stems are shown over here in the grid. And an R is in the third row, so it's in this row here, and it is in the column with 3 dot modifiers. So we put 3 dots on a shallow divot to make the letter R, and those dots can be on the inside or on the outside, wherever. As long as we can see there's 1, 2, 3 dots on this shallow divot, it's an R. And then an E is a vowel, and vowels are little guys. You see them down over here, and an E is centered right on the line of the word circle or inside the middle of a consonant. So here's our E by itself, and this is an M with an E inside it. So the M is the bigger circle going around it because an M is in the second row where there's a floating full circle, and then it has 3 lines sticking off of it. And that's really easy to see in this version where there's 3 lines obviously going off outside of it. They're a little trickier to see in this, where there's 1 line curving out and doing this whole thing. This ends here as well, so that's the second line, and then this sneaky one is the third one. So 1, 2, 3 lines end on that M. So that's the ME, and then another M. So here's that floating circle. This thick line is a full circle. There's 1 obvious line sticking off of here, and this is another sneaky set of lines. There's 1 here and 1 here. So again, it's okay for these lines to curve around, so long as you can tell that they end and don't like pass through. They're line modifiers because they end on the letter stem. So 3 lines on the M. Then a B is a deep divot, so we're in the top row. So that top row, starting in the column with the B at the very beginning of the column, because a B has no dots or lines, so it's not in any of these other further back rows. And then the E is again centered right inside that B, right there. And then another R to end it all off. So that is how you say remember in the language of the Time Lords, circular Gallifreyan. Bye!